A bid to transition Jamaica into a republic is yet again tainted by political interests, as the government and the opposition butt heads on what should be the country's final appellate court.
Now, opposition leader Mark Golding says he will not sign off on the final report of the Constitutional Reform Committee, CRC, unless the government also agrees to replace the Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, in Trinidad. Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Monday responded. Natalia Clark reports.
Let the people decide. That's the position of Prime Minister Andrew Holness on the opposition People's National Party's insistence that the country's final appellate court should be the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, instead of the UK-based Privy Council.
Our position is that a final court should be a Jamaican final court. However, whatever ends up being the final court should go through this process of an indicative referendum. The people should have a say on it.
And if the vote is that the CCJ should be supreme, he says his government will accede to the will of the people. The Prime Minister, in his first direct address on the matter, says the government will not strong-arm any changes in the new constitution and will continue to pursue bipartisan recommendations.
What we don't want to do is to go to the situation in prescribing to the people of Jamaica.
So
this is what it is.
So you have a position, but it's not a hardline position.
No, our position is, first and foremost, let the people decide it. Right? What we would like to see is this, but really, the people should decide it. What the PNP is saying is, don't ask the people anything. Just go to the CCJ. Now, let's be fair. There are many people in Jamaica who have not expressed their view on the CCJ.
Correct.
And they are very silent about it because there is a view that is carried by persons who are authoritative in the society. But quietly, there are those who might be saying, you know what, let's think about it.
Explaining this is a fundamental issue, he cautions against acting without due process.
These are fundamental things, as the leader of the opposition said, and therefore it can't be that because one political party has a particular view on it, then that is what we must do. It is unreasonable. Absolutely unreasonable.
Opposition leader Mark Golding has since shut down Holness's remarks as novel and foreign to the constitutional reform conversation.
Neither he nor his party has made those proposals as part of the process of constitutional reform. His proposals are therefore not in the report of the Constitutional Reform Committee and will not be in the new constitution coming out of that process.
He further challenges the Prime Minister's position to utilize an indicative referendum, arguing it goes against the existing constitution of Jamaica.
It seems that the Prime Minister wants to make up a rule which is not part of the constitution or laws of Jamaica to suit his party's political fortune at a time when it is waning.
But constitutional scholar Dr. Lloyd Barnett says that's not the case and an indicative referendum is not unconstitutional.
No, it's not unconstitutional because it's an attempt to find out what are the views of the people. And if a referendum is required in order to make a constitutional change, then you will have to have it in the way in which the Constitution defines. Our referendum should be held for the purposes of a constitutional change, but you are not prevented or prohibited from having an indicative referendum.
Natalia Clark, CVM News.